Welcome, everyone, to Women on Death Row. I'm JT. Today, for another episode, episode 5, we're going to talk about Christie Michelle Scott from Alabama. As with every episode in this series, I'm going to be using the most primary documentation that I can find, provided I can find it. Any sources used are going to be down in the show notes. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so we can let you know, when another one comes up or when we go live. That's the cheapest and easiest way to support us. And without further ado, let's get into it. Christie Michelle Scott, now 45, has been on death row since August 12th, 2009, for the murder of her son Mason. Her case is a haunting story of tragedy and unanswered questions, centering around a devastating fire that took the life of her child. In 2008, Christie, then 30, was the mother of 6-year-old Mason and 4-year-old Noah. On August 16th, their house caught fire in the early morning hours. According to court documents, Christie and Noah were sleeping in her bedroom while Mason was in the boys' room. Christie's husband, Jeremy Scott, had been out of town for several weeks and was not at home. The Scott's neighbor, Jennifer Davidson, testified that her doorbell rang around 2:30 a.m. When she opened the door, she saw Noah and Christie, who Davidson said was fully clothed with her cell phone in her pocket. After Davidson called 911, Christie informed her that Mason was still inside the house. According to court testimony, firefighters were only able to advance a few feet inside the door due to extreme heat and smoke. After extinguishing the fire, they searched the house several times before they could identify Mason's body. Several officials testified that upon arrival, Christie's father, Donald Bray, confronted her, saying, quote, "What the hell have you done with my grandbabies?" Captain Steve Thornton of the Russellville Fire Department testified that the fire originated in the boys' room. However, he noted that one of the electrical outlets behind Mason's bed could not be found. Dolan Gassett, a deputy fire marshal, testified that a smoke detector in the hallway outside the boys' bedroom had been disabled, with evidence suggesting it was forcibly removed. State experts ruled out lightning, spontaneous combustion, rechargeable batteries, or faulty wiring as causes of the fire. A fire protection consultant, James Munger, expressed his opinion that the fire was intentionally set. James Edwards, a deputy with the state fire marshal's office, testified that during an interview 10 days after the fire, Christie claimed she had tried, quote, several times to enter the house, but was restrained by Davidson's boyfriend, Brian Copeland. However, Copeland contradicted this account, stating Christie never attempted to re-enter the house. During the court proceedings, psychiatrist Dr. Rebecca Daly testified in 2007 she had diagnosed Mason with ADHD, oppositional defiant disorder, ODD, and pervasive developmental disorder, PDD. She prescribed Abilify for obsessive behavior, Risperdal as an antipsychotic, and Vyvanse for hyperactivity. A toxicology report revealed amphetamines, codeine, and promethazine, a codeine-based cough syrup prescribed by Mason's pediatrician, in Mason's system. Dr. Jack R. Kalin, a toxicologist at the Department of Forensic Sciences, stated that while the typical amphetamine level for a child treated for ADHD is less than 100, Mason's level was 450. On the day of the fire, Christie accompanied her husband to a hair appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Anna K. Greenhill, a hairstylist, testified that during the 20-minute appointment, the couple joked and bantered, never mentioning Mason. In the days following the fire, witnesses reported that Christie did not exhibit emotions typical of a grieving parent. One witness claimed Christie said God was punishing her for not wanting to raise Mason, an autistic child. Heather McAlpin, married to one of Christie's cousins, testified that at Mason's funeral, Christie remarked, quote, "Noah's always wanted a baby sister. Maybe he can get one now." Jim Hanana, with the state fire marshal's office, reported that Jeremy Scott told them Christie had said at Mason's gravesite, quote, "What do you think about having another child now?" The jury convicted Christie Michelle Scott of 3 counts of capital murder, recommending by a vote of 7-5 that she be sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. However, the circuit court held a separate sentencing hearing, declined to follow the jury's recommendation, and sentenced her to death. The case of Christie Michelle Scott remains a deeply troubling chapter in criminal justice, marked by the loss of a young life and the complex web of evidence and testimonies surrounding the tragic event. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Women on Death Row. If you like this, you can find all this and more on the True Crime and Wine Chime YouTube channel, as well as the Courtyard Discord server. How do you access it? Well, click the Discord invite link in the show notes. Get ready for a good time with wonderful people. Until next time, take care of yourself, your friends, your family, and your community. Don't let anybody dull your sparkle, and shine on. Shine on, you crazy diamonds.